Beautiful, beautiful souls. Hello and welcome to Ascension's Love with Alice, a return to union. Welcome to everybody. Welcome to my channel. I'm so happy to be here with you. We are here bringing forth some wonderful guidance from the archangels, the angelic realm, any of the star beings, anyone that's really of fifth dimension and above. So they've transcended polarity. They are unconditional love and light, here to support our ascension journey and really look at what energy we're going to be experiencing in the week commencing Monday the 10th of May through to Sunday the 16th of May. Now we have a new moon in Taurus in that space and time. I was just thinking, do we have any other retrogrades? Pluto's in retrograde. There was a video about that. I don't think we've got any retrogrades starting this week, but I think Saturn does go retrograde the week after. I'll have to double check. But it's a very exciting time. My camera is definitely not straight here. Never mind. But it's a very exciting time, so I'm very keen to see what the angels want to bring forth. Who is supporting us in this week as well. We have already done a video on the new moon in Taurus, so do check that out. It's a very powerful new moon. But for now, let's have a look at who is helping us. What themes do we have? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the themes for this coming week. And I just want to say welcome back to everyone that watches this channel regularly. Thank you so much for your support, for your love, for your comments, for sharing. And do feel very welcome to join our Facebook group, the Isis Dream Temple, where magic meets mystery. We have a lot of wonderful content in that group, a lot of really helpful videos for ascension and for navigating the shadow work, and we have card pulls, etc, etc. Although I can't call them that anymore because Facebook blocks me if I do, so so we have to call them something else now. But anyway, that's a story for another day. We're just pulling some cards to see what is going on here. And if you're new to my channel, by the way, welcome. It is an honor to be here with you. So this coming week, let's just move these candles out the way. Those gorgeous, gorgeous candle energies. Right, so this coming week, right, we've got some Toth on the bottom. Well, hi there, friend. Okay, or Thoth, however you pronounce that name. Toth, Thoth, Teote. Right, some wonderful energies coming in here. So we have Thoth coming in on the bottom of the deck, so that's all about that writing energy. So that's really, really fascinating because, you know, Thoth brought a lot of really incredible, I mean, he's a high priest, wasn't he? He was high priest in Atlantis and in Egypt. You know, that part of the soul that is that wonderful energy has come in as various different guises, such as Merlin and Hermes and Saint Germain and various other beings, right? And what's really, really wonderful is to have him here on the bottom of the deck is, you know, is tapping into that, those mystery schools. It's tapping into our articulation, right? It's tapping into the creation through that writing, through a lot of those higher level energies, those higher level remembrances, right? So I always feel very reassured. I've worked with this wonderful energy since being born in this lifetime. Like literally, I've always had the energy of Thoth by my side, which has always been really quite incredible. And now I kind of relate to him more as Merlin. But I love the Egyptian energy coming in here, right? And what's really fascinating is so we've got Epona coming in here. So, you know, so we've got the Fae coming in, right? So we've got energy of the Fae coming in. We've got energy of the ancient Egyptians with Osiris coming in. And you know what? It's kind of like his time of year as well, because with Beltane being upon us, you know, that's all about the green man, Jack in the Green, you know, the union of the divine masculine, divine feminine, that energy is coming through. If you've seen the Taurus sun reading that we did and the Taurus moon reading that are live on my channel, you'll see, and I only noticed this in hindsight, but you'll see that the sun, the Taurus sun, was bringing through this divine masculine initiation, and the new moon in Taurus is bringing through a divine feminine initiation, right? Which is really incredible because this is a time of union, of fertility, of creation. That Taurus energy really anchoring in there, and you know, it's the last week of the Taurus sun, right? This week that we're going into. So with that, we've got unicorn energy coming in, bringing in hope, bringing in joy, optimism, trust, really helping with those relationships, really helping with dynamics that are perhaps a little bit strained, right? Helping bring joy into that. We've got this masculine energy coming in here, father, husband, brother, son. So we can imagine that there is going to be that patriarchal energy coming in here that's going to kind of be a little bit shook, maybe, is how I'm reading it, but we'll see what other cards come in later to help expand on that. We've got Lord Maitreya coming in here with that Christ, like that power of joy. The Buddha has that Christ-like energy, right? They both have that. Lord Maitreya is the energy that came through Yeshua, right? Jesus, and also came through Buddha. So we've got this really wonderful rainbow light coming in here. So we've got crystals coming in. So, definitely kind of one of those work with the energies of crystals right now. That's a very powerful thing, that crystal technology. We've got Osiris coming in here, and his story, if you don't know it, is really, really fabulous. And it really delves deep into the mystery school teachings, and how Isis, brought him back to life with her sexual alchemy, right? And it's, and I find it really fascinating because, he's bringing in this energy of, and he is always depicted green, right? And that green, what is that? Cultivation, right? It's cultivation, it's nourishing, it's health, it's vitality, it's healing and abundance, it's all of that. And it does relate to Jack in the Green, to the Green Man, right? Who, like I say, is known very prominently for the Beltane season, which we are in right now. So I find this really fascinating here because we've got a lot of this really joyous energy, and we've got Clearance Shield, we've got El Moira coming in here at the end. And look at this, his crystal staff and his third eye sparkling. But what's really, really interesting about these energies is, we've got a lot of like masculine energy coming in here. So I'm really curious to see how this expands. We've got a lot of rainbow light coming in. So that's going to be really interesting to look at that in a little bit more detail. I'm curious to see why the crystals, why Epona is coming in here and why El Moira. So let's, without further ado, let's I'll go to these cards in just a moment. I'm going to ask these cards to elaborate on the messages that the first few cards are the themes that they're bringing. So we've got direction coming in here. Look at that. I love that this unicorn literally is, horn is forward, right? Leading the way, really leading the way here. And we've got stairs coming in to kind of to validate that, to expand on that, right? Staircases are all about, direction and timing. We've got this new moon. Look at this. Which pairs well with kind of how the flow of the week would go. We've got bathroom, which is all about cleansing, preparation as well, right? Clarifying things. New moon is all about, that inner self conception. So I love that we've got that under Osiris there, and how I felt inspired to tell you about, Isis and Osiris and the story of his rebirth, essentially, right? And then we have summertime with clear and shield your energy. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck, we've got amethyst. Yeah, look at that. Clear and shield your energy, amethyst. So a lot of themes around crystals in this reading already, especially with the purple of purple. So a lot of amethyst energy coming in here. We've got a lot of behavior patterns that are going to kind of want to be rewritten this week. They're going to come up to the surface, right? Things that have been hidden in shadow, shrouded in shadow, is going to be brought up. And this is kind of linked to not only the Scorpio full moon we had 2 weeks ago, but also the Pluto retrograde that we're in. So that energy is still kind of weaving beautifully through it. Through this coming week, there's a lot of timing and direction coming in, so we're kind of having the opportunity to kind of have a bit of foresight, I feel, about which way we're going to be able to go with our path, right? Because this new moon's all about, building those foundations, right? Clearing the foundations, actually, even. And we have this amplified here with this bathroom card, with this cleansing, that purifying. What do? We release toxins in the bathroom. We wash, we clean, we prepare ourselves, we and especially with this being under rainbow as well, because like water is so purifying in its own right. It's such an incredible force of nature. Water, it literally, it represents our emotion, it represents our intuition, it represents various things. The moon influences the water, the seas, the tides. Our bodies are made up of like 80% of water, with a composition similar to the sea. So all this is very interlinked here, and the reason why I find it fascinating with this with this energy here of Lord Maitreya, and I already linked it back to that Christ light, but this rainbow light, you know, the rainbow light really is like, you know, you have the color white, and that white is all the colors, it's all the rainbow. So even, you know, when you're in the bathroom, you know, and you're having a shower, you're having a wash, work with that water, visualize it carrying that rainbow golden Christ light, you know, visualize that. That's going to be really important for this week, just to help you stay clear, help you clear, help you clear, help you clear, and cleanse, and keep things as high frequency as possible. You know, the light codes that we're receiving are getting more and more. And, you know, over the weekend just gone, the Schumann resonance spiked up to 110. And I get asked quite a bit what the Schumann resonance is, and it's kind of like a thermometer, but for energy and light codes, right? It measures the Earth's heartbeat. And what we want to remember that as above, so below. And, you know, Thoth is very good at talking about this, you know, about the sacred geometry of it all, and kind of how everything is interlinked. And, you know, we receive the light codes, the solar flares coming in from above, right? You know, from that divine masculine energy that comes in and that comes through, that inspiration comes down. And we as the humans act as that bridge, right? We're made up of the earth. And when it goes into the earth, the Schumann resonance spikes as she integrates that light, you know. So what's really, really interesting here is, you know, with that energy coming through, and we've got, I'm being drawn to this full moon behind Thoth as well. Whatever kind of the energy is that's coming through here with the new moon, we've got this super moon happening in 2 weeks' time, right? The super moon coming in, which is going to be in, I think it's going to be in Sagittarius. I don't know, I'd have to double check, but we've got a super moon coming in, a super full moon coming in 2 weeks afterwards. So not only do we have this energy here of the full moon coming in behind Thoth and all of that, but we also have this new moon, because obviously, you know, we have the new moon of the week, right, coming in right directly here. Now, I find it funny that this is Osiris and not Isis here, because the new moon is very much about the divine feminine being initiated, but maybe we've got the masculine because he's holding the space, right? Maybe he's bringing in that inspiration, maybe he's bringing in that direction, maybe he's bringing in things like that, you know. I'm actually just going to ask, what do we need to be aware of this week, like from more of a challenging perspective, like what do we need to be aware of? Let's look at it in that way. Gratitude, love, heart and soul, past lives. Yep, with universal Christ on the bottom. So we've got a lot of Christ light energy coming in. That's that Christ light energy again coming through. I'm going to put this here. I don't know if you'll see that card, but that's okay. You know, so gratitude, really choosing to stay in that gratitude, that's a very Taurus thing, right? And while we still have that sun in Taurus, while the new moon is in Taurus, really focus on the gratitude. This is like, I'm seeing here the law of attraction. This is what this card is showing to me, that law of attraction. So gratitude and love are going to be so important. They're so important for this week, right? You know, as often as you can, stay in that space of love. If you're feeling the dense energies, if you're feeling kind of pulled out of it, if you're feeling charged, get into gratitude, get outside, go and ground and find yourself in love, you know, bathe in that rainbow light, you know, really allow your heart and soul to connect. That's what these cards are bringing through here, because there is energy of past lives coming in. And what I'm actually being drawn to is I'm being drawn to Egypt, I'm being drawn to Atlantis, you know, I'm being drawn to those past lives, where, you know, Atlantis did, you know, as it was meant to conclude, right? And the energies are falling, and what's going to happen between now and the summertime, right? Because we've got the eclipses coming in and we've got the summer solstice coming in, and that's the peak of it all. So whatever is starting now is kind of the build up for the unweaving and unraveling of the energies that we do need to clear, the karma that we do need to clear from Atlantis, right? That is really coming up, and the way to do it is that gratitude, that love, and that heart and soul. So angels, I'm going to ask, and I'm just going to move these... I can't fit all my cards in on the picture. I'm going to move these cards and just place them down here. Or over there, actually. Let's do that. So I'm actually going to ask the angels then, how does this all tie into this week coming, right? Because we're getting told to clear and shield our energy. That is so important. We're getting asked to work with the energy of water, with the energy of crystals, right? That earth and that water element right now. So angels, how does this all pair in with this week? What have I not said? What have we not touched upon? What do we need to know? Thank you. Time to take action. So we've got that Aries energy. Time to breathe out. Take action and breathe out. Was there ever a contradiction? And you and your loved ones are safe. And you know what, I've been feeling a lot this Cancer energy from someone in my life, and it's like the wounded version of Cancer, and that's really, really interesting that's coming in. Oh, look at that, and full moon in Cancer on the bottom of the deck. You know, you can't make this up. So that's actually a very prominent theme right now, so I am going to talk about that. But we've got this action. So you know what's really interesting is that I think Mercury has gone into Gemini, right? And there's other things going on as well, right? There's other cosmic stuff that I can't remember off my conscious mind, but there's other stuff going on that's kind of we want to take action, but actually at the same time we've got all this choice which way to go. And then what happens when that, when we get into that state, is that we kind of go around in circles because there's too much choice. It's how do you decide, right? So the thing that's going to help us do that, right, rather than getting caught up in that kind of fast paced kind of, oh my god, and then wasting the whole day, breathe. We gotta breathe. We gotta release that tension. We gotta get outside, get in the shower, have a bath, fill yourself with rainbow light, bring this rainbow light into your breath work. There is going to be a time for action, right? And you will be feeling that. And this unicorn light, call upon the unicorns, work with the unicorns, work with your manifestations, your affirmations, write, journal, put your visions onto paper and recite that as affirmation every day. Do something that's going to get you into the clear energy, into that clear space and time. Because if you don't, then it's, if you don't look after your energy in that way, then you are going to be spinning your wheels, and it's going to feel really frustrating for you. And then I love that we had this new moon in Cancer coming in here with this energy of, letting you know that everyone is safe, your loved ones are safe, right? We don't have to curl up into that crab shell. And I love even more that we have on the bottom of the deck this full moon in Cancer energy, right? So this theme running through everything. And, Cancerians, they can very much kind of curl up into their shell and kind of wear that as a protection, like hunch over their shoulders, kind of hold that in. And, it's a very intuitive sign, it's Cancer, right? And, so we've got this mother energy coming in here as well, this family energy, this mother energy, this how do you interact with friends, with families, with lovers, things like that, and but it's time for whatever this is, whatever this lesson is, that's been kind of holding the judgment. And I say the word judgment because that's relating to the reading that we did with the new moon, because that came in for that. But that judgment there, is coming in with this energy, is what I feel. So there's going to be a big release happening around this, should we allow it, right? And it's really funny because this is very, very masculine energy, this is very feminine in energy, this is very go, this is very intuitive and watery, right? And it's kind of like, it's kind of like this is the balance between the two, right? And we just got to breathe and get our way through it. So there is a big emphasis on breathing, breathing deeply and breathing fully through this week, right? And not getting pent up, getting outside, working with the energies that support you, calling in and accepting help from your team of light, I'm going to ask the archangels just to jump in here as well. Which archangels, let's one or two jump out to support us this week. Who can we call on, or who's going to help bring us further understanding here? Archangel Felier. It's about animals, honor animals, communicate with different species, right? Really understanding that connectivity, that interconnectivity of us and everything else. We are all made up of the earth. The animals are your brothers and sisters, how we treat them, that's all karma as well, right? Look at that. We've got animals and we've got birds. Archangel Bokpi. Time to fly, listen to your intuition. The animals are really going to be able to help us this week with how they work together, right? They're really incredible, and we don't realize a lot of the time, we kind of just think they're not as smart as humans are, but in fact it's the opposite way around. They know how to work as a unit. They know how to work together. They know, the squirrel knows where the food is, right? The pigeons know where where to find the best seed. The ants know how to put that sacred geometry into the ground and aerate the soil. The badgers bring in that balance. All these animals, the birds, heal, right, with their music. Not only do they work with the angels, but their vibration, their music, their harmonics that they offer to us are very, very healing to us. And we don't even realize, we take it for granted and just think that they're being chatty, but really they're singing music that is healing us. It's really fascinating what they do. And And then we go Archangel Christiel coming in as well, which is all about unicorns. And look at that, we start and end with the unicorns here. So this week, you know, we've got this, we've got a lot more light codes coming in. It's very evident that that's going to be happening. The emphasis is going to be really purging and clearing, staying clear and high frequency with your energy, breathing out, really putting into practice your spiritual, really getting disciplined in your spiritual practice, you know, really balancing your emotions out, right? You know, and then, you know, you will be able to take action. We've got taking action coming in twice here with the summer. And the thing is that what you're starting right now is just going to spiral. It is. And it is like, take that leap of faith, right? Take the leap of faith. But what you're setting into place this week, and, you know, if you are looking for a new moon ceremony to do, please feel very welcome to join our Facebook group, the Isis Dream Temple, because we do free new moon ceremonies, right? And so we have one on Monday evening UK time. So feel very welcome to jump into that Facebook group and to join that and join that event, because then, you know, you're really going to set the intention and work with this energy in a really powerful way. But, you know, we've got this action coming in here. And what's really wonderful about that is that, you know, we want to take action, right? But at the moment, it's kind of like, it's very convoluted. It's very confusing. And so this week, we are integrating the light codes that we've just been receiving. We're understanding how it all fits. And we are just allowing ourselves to move with that wave of emotion, a wave of energy, allowing us to float through that and working with the unicorns, working with the crystals, working with water, right? All these very purifying energies, right? Enhancing energies, right? And we've got a massive Christ-light energy coming in as well, which is just phenomenal. But this really is about unwinding. This week is really about unwinding an old Atlantis timeline and an old Egyptian timeline, and really unweaving that. And things are going to start to spiral from here on out, and it's going to be spiraling in the best possible way. So stay in that gratitude, stay in that space of love, connect heart with soul. This isn't about heart and mind and ego. This is about heart and soul, connecting with your I am presence, your monadic self, right? Connecting with that, right? So that we can tap into the mastery of the past lives, the mastery aspect of those past lives. And, you know, when we do that, we get to clear the karma because we're making different decisions and we are taking action that is aligned, rather than taking action just from fear of not acting, right? You know, this is where the balance now starts to move from distortion into sovereignty, is that we're not just acting for the crack of it, you know, we are taking aligned action, and we're resting when we need to rest. That is the divine feminine, that is the divine masculine, right? And that's how it works. So on that note, beautiful souls, I am going to close up this live. I'm going to send you so much love. If you are looking for a little bit more guidance, I do have one-to-one sessions available next week, 30-minute, 60-minute angelic guidance sessions. They are very, very powerful. You can find details of that in the description box below. And we also have soul realignment sessions in the quantum realms. We do work in the Akashic Records, halls of Amenti. If those resonate with you, this is all about aligning you with your soul and just, you know, helping release whatever karma is ready to release, so that we can really get you clear, focused, aligned and directed in love, with support on your actual soul path, right? So do have a look at those, and I hope to see you on my Facebook, my Instagram, or commenting on this video. Sending you all so much love, and bye for now. Have the most beautiful, beautiful week. Blessings.